How are you doing, everybody? Down here at ABCA 2021. Super excited for the day. We're here at day one. We're here with Coach Eric H-Bod from Bryant University. Coach, you mind introduce yourself real quick?
Sure, my name is Eric Hirschbein-Bodnar. I am the catching coach at Bryant University, as well as the general manager and president of the Ocean State Waves in the New England Collegiate Baseball League, one of the top summer collegiate baseball organizations and leagues in the country that recruit the top talent to come play every summer in front of professional scouts, and hopefully see players go on and develop to play at the professional level.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Coach. So next up, obviously, you're at a pretty well-known school, high level, academic-wise as well. So what's special about the school in general that no one else has, or something that you would see is very unique?
I think our history of being successful over the past 10 or 12 seasons, obviously, in the NEC tournament, NEC championship, a lot of times, winning a couple championships and making it to a regional. Our percentage of draft picks and guys that have gone on most recently in the last draft, Tyler Madison being a 4th rounder, Tyler Shaw signing as a free agent, and Liam McGill being a 10th rounder. I think our rich culture, our heritage of winning, our academics, one of the top academic programs in the Northeast, and it's very rare to see that amongst a very, very high elite athletic school as well. So something we take a lot of pride on is our players being not only dominant on the field but also in the classroom, and seeing it parlay hand in hand, and our guys very proud of them for the hard work they put not only in between the lines but also in the classroom. And additionally, that being said, is that the program itself is such a rich culture. Our guys are very close, and it goes back to the alumni and what they set, in their transition to D1, and with the expectations of the program being passed on from every recruiting class on.
Just trickle down effect, right?
Yeah, and that's one thing when guys step in, like they don't really understand, when they're a freshman, like what to expect. They were a high recruit, they were a high level, scholarship guy, and they get here, and there's a lot of understanding what work needs to be put on, like not only on the field but in the classroom, the weight room, what they put in their body, nutritionally, and it's just that culture effect that the upperclassmen put on year by year that allows the coaching to be pretty easy. We love coming to work and working with our guys because there's already that expectation.
It's like a system. It just runs itself, like its own machine. It just keeps trickling down, coming back up, and that's awesome.
Something that we're really proud
That's something
of.
that's also really hard to develop. Not only develop, but actually uphold over time. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and obviously, we were new staff that came in 3 years ago.
Yep.
And even the old staff, we're close with them, we're friends with them. But then when we came in as a new staff, it wasn't that much of a transition. Yes, ideologies changed, the identity of the team changed, but the culture and the hard work and the expectations didn't change. When you have leaders like that and you walk into a clubhouse like that, it's very easy as a new staff. We're getting to know each other, from the players to the coaches, and our expectations and our ideologies. When you have the work ethic and the mindset already there, it's a very simple recipe for success.
Yeah. So speaking of that, your competitiveness, obviously the rich history and everything, you guys have always had competitive teams. We just talked about that. Obviously, the past year or two, it's been a really tough situation with COVID, games getting canceled. We had our season canceled previously. How has that affected the program style of recruiting and, in general, the program?
I think obviously it's a new realm of recruiting, so to say. We're lucky as we have one of the top MBA programs in the country, and we have one of the top graduate programs in the country. So for some schools that don't offer an MBA or don't offer that grad program, a lot of really good players, they have that grad year, that COVID year, and it's a simple transition where we can go out and get guys that we really like and guys that are in the transfer portal. And obviously the academics is the big draw. Getting a degree from Bryant is a very prestigious degree, especially at the MBA level. Then go on, and if their baseball careers don't pan out at the professional level, they get a chance to go work for a Fortune 500 company. Companies come to our school and they look to hire Bryant alumni. So it's very easy for us in that sense. But I would say, from the actual recruiting standpoint, as a program, we're still going out to get the best players. It doesn't matter if they're in high school, they're in the transfer portal, if they're grad students. We want the best players, but also got to make sure they're the best fit.
So speaking of that, what is the program's ideal player? You hit every box. What is it?
I would say it's more like the best fit. Athleticism is big, being able to, from the offensive side, run well, be athletic, play multiple positions, be explosive. There's no one-dimensional guy we're looking for. It's more or less we're looking for the best athlete on the field that can buy into our system and make themselves multi-tooled, multi-faceted, and be able to do many different things. It's not just you're a one-tier player or one-style player, because there's an easy way to get guys out. And from the pitching side, it's being able to hold runners, being able to throw 3 pitches for a strike. Velocity is not everything, but it's stuff that there's development there. And I would say the most important thing is coachability. We have a system, we have an ideology, but if you have the athletic tools and you have the skill set, and you have like the work ethic and the body, like it's going to play into our system in that sense.
Right. You mind just touching a little bit on coachability? I feel like there's a lot of misinformation on there. Like a lot of people are kind of confused about what it really means. So if you mind just touching on that?
I would say for young guys, like there's a lot of guys in their ear that want to tell them your swing has to do this. You got to hit the ball this hard. Your exit velo has to be this. You have to have this launcher. You have to have this swing. Like at the end of the day, like you're going to have all these coaches growing up. You're going to have all these AAU coaches, all this thing. Then when you get to a college level, there's a system in place.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter what everyone else told you. Like you're here to play for me now, and this is how. All that stuff's good stuff. I'm not saying it's not good stuff, but like when you get to here, it's like you got to be open-minded to adjust.
Yeah.
Because this is a game of failure. Mm-hmm. You're meant to fail. It's a game that 7 out of 10 times you fail, you're a good player. Right. So it's like dealing with adversity, dealing with failure, and being open-minded to adjust. Baseball's all about adjustment. Your swing's got to be on planes. You can adjust to different pitches. You might not have your breaking ball working, but you got to work on your fastball and your changeup to get out.
Right.
So like guys that are closed-minded and can't adjust and get frustrated and what does that happen? They stunt their development.
Getting better.
They become bad teammates, and the program suffers as a whole. So coachability in that sense is a huge thing, and it's funny because like you talk to a lot of professional scouts, professional scouts.
Yeah.
And I deal with this in the NECBL. They say I see the numbers, I see the videos when guys are hitting home runs, guys are throwing 100 mile an hour. Like it's great, everyone does that, but I want to see them when they fail. I want to see them when they struggle. I want to see that. I'm more interested in a player that's 0 for 10 with 8 strikeouts and how he's handling, his body language, his hustling down the first baseline, a ground ball to short when he just, got out for his 10th at bat in a row. How is he picking his teammates up? Can he get his head straight and go make a play in a gap to save a game? Right. Can he block a ball in the dirt?
Yeah, that mental adversity. Can he deal with it? Can he really get through every day?
The highlights are there. Everyone sees your trophy swing, but how you deal with adversity in a game where you're unsuccessful 7 out of 10 times, and you're a really good player.
Right.
How do you handle that? And that's the guy that if he does it well, he's never going to slump because he's going to turn around. Right. I'm going to make an investment, a long-term investment in that guy versus a guy that's great, and then all of a sudden he has a little adversity, and he comes back down, and he can never get out of that hole because of different self-doubt, mental aspects of the game.
Okay. Yeah, so that kind of goes hand in hand with my next question. It's for kids just starting out. They're young, they know they're pretty good at ball, and they want to get into college and eventually play someday, whether it's any level, not just D1. What would be your best piece of advice for a kid who's just starting that process and kind of realizes he wants to go play college ball?
My best advice is be you. Every single player is different. If you're a speed guy, great. Work on your speed, but find a way to get 90 feet, steal second, steal third, create a run. Okay. Offense, you're all about creating a run. Pitchers, you might not have the velocity. Well, guess what? Learn another pitch. Mix 3 pitches, and at the end of the day, you're trying to get 27 outs. You're not trying to hit 97 miles an hour 27 times.
Yes.
And to play at the next level, I truly, truly believe this. From dealing, I coached Division III baseball, I coached Division II baseball, I coached Division I baseball, owning the waves I do, a lot of professional athletes. I coached AAU baseball in my career. There is a college for everyone. If you are committed to playing at the next level, whether it's a junior college, whether it's a D3, a D2, a D1, an NAIA, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
The opportunity and the experience to play collegiate baseball is second to none. I had the pleasure of winning 2 championships at South Virginia University, and the dog pile and that opportunity and that feeling of winning a championship, this when I was coaching, is second to none. It's feelings I go back on, that was the happiest moment of my life at that time.
Yeah, I can relate to you on that. Our team just won the first conference championship at JWU for the first time since 1998. Mm-hmm. I cannot attest to more what you're saying right now. It's second to none. It's absolutely, it's so different. You go through the winter, go through all the hard work, you finally let it pay off.
And I always say my favorite thing as a coach is not when congratulating a kid when he's doing great, but the kid that's struggling for a month, 6 weeks, and work with him day in, day out, talking about his mental game, trying to get him to turn the page, and then he sees success at the end of the year, and he gets that enjoyment. I did my job.
Absolutely.
I really think that there's so many colleges out there, and the difference between it, I get this question a lot, what's the difference between a D1 and a D3 player? It's the D3 player isn't developed yet. His development time is longer. Mm-hmm. It's not that he's a bad player, because we've seen, especially in this day and age, playing junior college, Division III, NAIA guys, playing the big leagues. And you're like, how did he get there? Well, guess what? His growth spurt happened at 19, 20 instead of 13, 14. He learned how to take care of his body nutritionally. He learned how to do his, arm care and, get his fastball, miles per hour up
where it needs to
at
be,
19, 20, 21 instead of 16, 17. So great, they're not playing at a top-tier Division I level, but they're a junior college and a Division I coach. How do we miss that? Or he's a D3 guy and then he's transferring in as a grad transfer, and we're like, yeah, he's really good, but he needed to learn, how to deal with failure, how to deal with adversity, how to hit, off speed, whatever it may be that was a struggle for him in high school. He figured it out. Now he's playing alongside the kid that was a top-tier recruit, but they're the same, if not that guy's a better player. So I truly think that aspect, there's a college for everybody if you're willing to put the work in, but be you. Don't try and conform to what everyone wants to do, because every player is a different skill set, and there will be a niche and a need. Like, you're a plus defensive guy, great. Learn how to bunt, learn how to steal bases, learn how to, be a leader on the field and be a catalyst on the field that can control the defensive side of the baseball.
Yeah.
But
that's great stuff, Coach. Seriously, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everybody from Firecracker. Thanks to Coach H-Bod. We're excited for the weekend here at ABCA, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We're going to be having some more coaches on, so great to see you guys. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop us a like. If you have any ideas for future content, make sure you give us a comment and telling us what you want to do. Next, if you guys love our content, make sure you follow and subscribe. If you guys are super fans, make sure you turn on all the notifications for us so you don't miss a thing. Thanks a lot, guys. We love you. Thank you from Firecracker. Bye.